Oh, for shizzle dizzle. We got an excellent show here today. Today is the day where Trump, Vladimir Putin, and Zelensky sit down and have some peace talks. Um, we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about the peace talks, and we're going to talk about also. Um, I might throw in the situation with Trump talking about the Gaza Strip. Now, that I will get to that, but I want to prioritize Zelensky October 17th scenario. So I'll talk about that later. Now, Zelensky, Trump. Hey, what's going on, Tina? Where did you disappear to? Somebody cut me off the phone, so I'm glad that. Yeah, it happens every time. That's why I try not to do the shows in the evening time. I try to do it in the early, thinking everybody gonna be asleep that I know. Nope. But the bad part is a lot of y'all be asleep. So good morning to you, Tina. But yeah, you see the title. Tina, I don't know if you know, Donald Trump, Vladimir Putin, and Zelensky are gonna have a meeting today. I don't know what they're gonna talk about. I just know that Donald Trump met with Zelensky first, and he has gotten on the phone with Vladimir Putin, I think last week at some time. So I think they all coordinated. And so now today is the day that they have discussions on diffusing the situation in Ukraine. Um, so Zelensky has already admitted that he knows more than likely Ukraine is not going to be part of NATO. So Zelensky understands this. Of course, Putin understands this, and Donald Trump has mentioned this also. So, all three men understand that there will be no NATO membership for Ukraine. That's number one. Trump will end the conflict. Yeah. He will. I mean, you know what's so funny about this, Tina? Biden could have ended the situation. He could have called up. I mean, well, Vladimir Putin said that Biden never called him. He never called him. So Biden never made the effort to call Vladimir Putin about the situation. But so Putin was wise to wait on Trump, even though, um, Putin was trolling, talking about, oh, he endorsed Kamala Harris and all that, but at the end of the day, he whether he was trolling or not with that situation, Vladimir Putin knew that, when Trump comes in office, he'll be able to talk to him because apparently they have a relationship, they have a rapport that Putin remembers. Putin remembers that, Trump was a very rational and reasonable person. And so, again, Biden never made any effort, but maybe because of Biden's decline, maybe they blocked Biden from making any calls to any world leaders because of his situation. Who knows? I mean, we can speculate on that. Tina says Putin and Zelensky are two toddlers fighting, and Trump is the parent stepping into it to end the fight. Um, you know, I've heard a lot of information. Tina, I've heard a lot of information, and I've heard people um, say a lot of bad things about Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin has repeatedly said he's willing to wait on Trump. So I'll give Vladimir Putin credit for that because he did uh, reach out to America even under the Biden administration. And again, I'm only assuming that because of Biden's mental decline that I think just like the news media was blocked from having access to Biden, Tucker Carlson even said that 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 Biden was unaware of a lot of things that was done in the White House. So again, and some people are saying that Hunter Biden was running things. Some people say that Jill Biden was running things. Some people say that Barack Obama was running things. I just know that Biden wasn't running things, and so it would have been very hard for Biden to get in touch with Putin to even have these type of discussions. So therefore, um, now was Putin aware of the situation? I don't know because I think Putin has access to information, um, but unfortunately, a lot of us don't have the information to access the proper information on Putin. Being that the news media is not going to tell you that, yeah, Vladimir Putin and uh, Zolov tried to make. I always mispronounce the guy's name, but they've tried to make several attempts to contact the Biden administration. So now that Trump is in office, the phone call was made. I don't know if Trump called Putin or if Putin called Trump, but the line was open and they discussed it. And so today is the day. Today is the historical day. U.S. Army said, "Hey, Black Sun. Hey, Black Sun. I have a few minutes to go to see the vampires at the VA." The vampires at the VA. What's going on, Army man? Okay, so Army got. All right, Army. So you got an appointment. All right, all right. Tina said, "I was just making a joke. I feel P was provoked." Yeah, Putin was provoked. He was provoked. He was provoked. He was provoked. And okay, Tina said she was making a joke. Okay, Tina, I was there because I was looking at the situation because I know I talk to a lot of people, especially from Canada, and um, this Canadian guy. But a lot of the Canadians I talk to they're young. They're young. They're younger men, so they're kind of naive to a lot of things happening in the news, and so of course, a lot of them that I talk to have TDS because, and not only people in Canada, but people from England, they have TDS because their media is only one way. And so I guess they've been told that Trump is Hitler. And so their TDS is really off the chain in these other countries. And so I got on the discussion because, Canadians allegedly feel a type of way because they're hearing that Trump wants to annex Canada. And so a lot of Canadians, I guess, are upset about that. I guess I don't know. And I would understand as a Canadian feeling a type of way that Trump is saying, we're going to annex Canada, we're going to buy Greenland, and we're just going to take Gaza. And I'm going to talk about Gaza. I'm going to talk about that. So you got a lot of people who are very emotional and very upset, this being the Canadians. And so a lot of people are driven on emotions, not knowing the details, not knowing uh not knowing a whole lot. And this guy didn't even know that Trudeau is stepping down. He didn't even know that. And I'm like, but you want to tell me about Trump, but you don't even know your own prime minister has resigned. Like sometimes y'all, I come across these younger people and they always want to debate on shit they know nothing about, and I'm just like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? And then want to tell that, oh, Trump is a racist, but then didn't know that the Canadian Parliament invited an actual SS Waffen Nazi to their parliament and honored him. And Zelensky was there too, and they were just clapping. And this man was part of the Waffen SS under the Third Reich, and but Trump is right. I'm just like, what? But he knew nothing about that. But want to school me on Trump, but then can't even. I'm just like, oh my God, who raised these people? Like, where do they go to school? Like, Where do they get their education? What type of news media? It baffles me. And now I'm not saying our media is even better. You know, our media is about a clown show as any other media. That being, I don't mean, I'm assuming there are clown shows in England and Canada, but we have our own clown shows over here in the US, but we still have the internet and we can still do research. I'm assuming they have access to the same information in Canada and they have books. Like I had to explain to him about Stalin's war and how, and I guess a lot of people's pride. Army, you can probably, and he probably, Army, Tina, I think a lot of people have pride and don't understand. Hey, good morning, Ruby. Good morning. Hit the like people. Thanks. So Tina's in the house. Ruby's in the house. U.S. Army retired is in the house. So I had to explain to him, and it's in the books, y'all. It's in the books about Stalin's war. World War II was Stalin's war. But in Canada, in England, and in America, we have been led to believe that, we, okay, we played a part in the war, but how can I put this? It was Stalin's war to win or lose, meaning that the Russians marched on Berlin. It wasn't England. It wasn't Canada. It wasn't France. It wasn't the US. It was Russia that marched on Berlin. Now, when I say this is Stalin's war, okay, let's see. Let's read. What did Ruby say? When you get your news from TikTok. Right, Ruby. The ignorance is astonishing. Ruby, you know, that's why I'm glad I got y'all here because yeah, a lot of people get their information on TikTok, and apparently TikTok, which it's the irony is that a lot of these TikTok users have a lot of not so nice things to say about Trump when Trump was the one that saved TikTok. The irony of this. The irony is just, oh, the poetic justice. The irony is just, wow. The one, they bash Trump, and Trump is the one that saved TikTok. You just gotta laugh. You just gotta smile sometimes. You just gotta laugh, smile, and just be like, just wow. I don't even use TikTok, so shout out to the people who use TikTok. But at the end of the day, a lot of those people have demonized Trump, and Trump was their savior when it came to TikTok. Wow. So let's see. U.S. Army says people you're talking about are like the hags of the View. Oh man, the View. Well, the View got sued. Army. They got sued by Melania Trump. Melania Trump, like I said in another video, she not the one to mess with. She not the one to mess with. Them Eastern Europeans, they believe in revenge. They believe in revenge. When a lot of countries, their Christianity teaches you know, to turn the other cheek, not in Eastern Europe. I think they cut that section out. When Jesus talks about turn the other cheek, I think they done ripped that part out of their Bible and they just and they just okay, now it's good. Wait, turn the other cheek. They throw it away. Now it's good. Shit, I just can't get a good show this morning. Damn, I can't get a good